You know, Democrats, you're right. I mean, with all the shit going on in the news today, with the stock market and the financial war with China, you're right. I'm really starting to regret my vote for Donald Trump. I'm really starting to regret it. Nah, that's exactly what we voted for. That's right, DJT. Keep doing your thing. Keep giving them hell. You got a large population that supports you in everything that you're doing. And most real Americans think you're doing a hell of a job, too. And yeah, it'll be tough a little bit, but anything is better than what we suffered the last 4 years under Biden and Harris. I don't regret my vote. Not 1 minute, not 1 millisecond do I regret voting for Donald Trump.
No, we do not regret our votes for Donald J. Trump.
I don't regret a damn thing.
Okay, so the ones that scared of tariffs and you listen to the MSM and you thinking we don't regret our votes? No. Mm-hmm. No. Please understand.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Because you want us to regret our votes.
Don't get it twisted.
That ain't how it's laying down. It ain't rolling like that.
Okay, so no, we do not regret our vote at all. Please understand that.
We know what's going on. So.
Yes, we understand what's going on. We knew what was going on before we put our votes in.
That's why we put our votes
cast
in.
Our votes in. Okay.
I need for all of my dumbass family because to stop calling, talk about some. Well, what do you think about what Trump doing now? You see what Trump doing now? Listen, I got what I wanted out of my vote. The very first week that Trump was in office, okay? I wanted women to get their rights back and for them to stop letting transgenders play in women's sports. And I wanted them to take all of the LGBTQIA, B, C, D, E, F, G out of the schools and to stop forcing it on children and get them nasty ass books out of the kids' schools. I got what I wanted out of my vote. I wanted all of those illegal immigrants that was here hurting American women to get deported. I got what I wanted. Stop asking me. I'm good. I'm back to living my life like you don't do.
Donald Trump just got the UK to drop their tariffs to 0! Donald Trump's tariffs were so stupid. Excuse me, shut that shit the fuck up, please. The President of the United States got the UK to drop their tariffs on aluminum and steel to 0. No other president did that. Do you know how textbook coded all of these events that are happening are? This will go down as one of the greatest trade deals in U.S. history. In world history, Donald Trump is bringing back free trade. The problem is, there are Americans, the people that Donald Trump is doing this for, who either don't understand or don't want to understand. And now my question is, why don't you? Why are you not celebrating the fact that America is doing nothing but big things? Even the fucking Pope is American! I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, this is great! Keep it up, Donald Trump. Thank you for being a president. We as a country needed one.
So let me get this straight. After everything that's happening in America, after all the policies, the racism, the division, the blatant targeting, there are still black people proudly saying they don't regret voting for Trump. I don't even know where to begin, because if you're black in America right now and you're not just silently supporting Trump but proudly announcing it, then you either live in a different reality or you choose to ignore how America continues to treat people who look like you under his leadership. Let's talk facts. Since Trump returned to power, we've seen an increase in anti-immigrant raids. ICE is back in full force, going after communities that look like us. Black immigrants are being caught up in the same net as Latinos, and many of them are facing deportation without proper hearings. You think you're safe because you're born there? Think again. You're one mistake away from being thrown under the bus too. And let's not forget how Trump has dismantled DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Do you understand what that means? Those programs were created to give black people and other marginalized groups a fair chance in spaces where we've been historically excluded. Jobs, schools, promotions, funding. DEI was one of the few tools that helped level the playing field just a little bit. But Trump came in and slashed it. Call it woke nonsense. He made companies afraid to even say the word diversity. And what happened next? Black professionals started losing opportunities, programs were cut, recruitment stopped. People who fought so hard to get into these spaces are being pushed out again. And yet, here you are, saying you don't regret voting for him. How can you say that with a straight face?
Van Jones did an interview with some black people, I guess from down south, I think it was North Carolina, who voted for Trump and see if they regretted voting for Trump. Listen what they said, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Went in, they took down Harriet Tubman's picture for a quick minute. They're trying to like knock out the black museums. What does that have to do with the price of eggs, and how does that impact you?
In some ways, it's a slap in the face. In other ways, I don't care. I care more about how I'm going to take care of my children.
I don't think the average American cares about that. I know I am sick and tired of seeing black people sit there and complain about something, but not taking action and steps to actually try to change things in an appropriate manner.
Under the Trump and Biden administration, they came to certain agreements with police departments to be less brutal toward the black community. Trump has now ended all that. How does that help the black community?
I have a lot of issues with police reform and just with how police officers are treated as a whole. My husband is currently going through the process to become a police officer. The amount of hatred that cops get, even the best ones, I think has become a huge problem. Because
two things that disturbed me about this video was, one, that when Van Jones basically asked the man about Trump eliminating, different things as far as black history, he said he didn't care. He only cared about feeding his family. So you only care about feeding your family, but you don't care about a man trying to erase your family's history. That's one. Two is when he asked the lady about Trump removing protections against police brutality, specifically against black people, she immediately sympathized with the police officers. Listen, we have to realize that there's no black community. We got to stop saying that. There's no black community. You know what I'm saying? Because we all don't think the same. We all don't think the same. You got some black people that don't even care, or maybe they don't even see, or they don't even want to see that this man don't care nothing about our people at all. He gonna put a pause on Martin Luther King Day and a pause on Black History Month, which I'm not really concerned about Black History Month either. But the fact that he want to put a pause on that, but he didn't put a pause on Christopher Columbus Day, which was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That tells you everything you need to know about how he feels about black people. You know what I'm saying? So we got to realize that not all black people think the same. Not all black people think the same. Some people is blind, and you can vote for whoever you want to vote for. I'm not judging you for nothing. But if you can't see that this man don't care nothing about black people, then ain't nothing I can tell you.
It's one thing to have conservative values. If you're black and conservative, fine, that's your right. But what I don't understand is how you can see all this, watch people being deported, watch your own people being excluded, demonized and dismissed, and still say, I'd vote for him again. That's not just voting conservative. That's turning your back on your community. Let's look at how Trump and his supporters treat black voices that disagree with them. Every time a black person dares to speak up, whether it's about police brutality, racism, or inequality, Trump and his base dismiss them as playing the race card. They call them ungrateful, divisive, or worse. But if a black person praises Trump, suddenly they are one of the good ones. That's not respect. That's tokenism. They don't love you. They are using you to push the message that racism doesn't exist. They use your face to silence the rest of black people. And can we talk about the rise in hate crimes? Since Trump returned, there's been a surge in white nationalist rhetoric. People feel emboldened to say the quiet part out loud. They don't hide their racism anymore. They're screaming it with their whole chest. And while some of these people might smile in your face for supporting Trump, don't get it twisted. You're not one of them. You're just convenient. What's even more baffling is that some of these black Trump supporters think they're being rebellious, like supporting Trump makes them independent thinkers. But how is it independent thinking if you're aligning yourself with someone who has a history for pushing policies that harm your community? Remember when Trump told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by? Remember when he refused to denounce white supremacy clearly and directly? Do you remember any of that? Or does all that get erased because you think your taxes are lower or you liked the economy? Because let me tell you something, no economy is worth the soul of a people. Some say, oh, Trump's not racist, he's just blunt. Please, that's the same excuse people use when they want to say racist things without being held accountable. It's just his personality. No racism, it's personality trait. It's a pattern of behavior. It's policies that target specific groups. It's language that dehumanize, and Trump has done that over and over again, especially to black people. And let's be real, Trump doesn't care about the black community. He cares about the loyalty. He cares about attention. If he really cared about black people, we wouldn't be seeing the things we are seeing right now. He wouldn't be dismantling every policy that aimed to uplift us. He wouldn't be pandering only when it benefits him. Blind loyalty is dangerous, especially when it gives someone who doesn't value you. I get it. Some black Trump supporters are delusioned with the system. They feel like nothing has ever changed for them, no matter who's in power. And I hear that. I understand that frustration, but supporting someone who's actively working against your community isn't rebellion, it's betrayal. You can demand better without aligning yourself with oppression. And no, this isn't about hate. I'm not attacking anyone for how they vote. I'm holding people accountable for what that vote represents. Because when you vote for someone, you're not just voting for policy, you're voting for character, for humanity. And if you're willing to overlook racism, cruelty, and division because you like the way someone talks or makes you feel powerful, then you need to reflect on what that says about your values. Being black in America is hard enough. We don't need to make it hard by helping the same system that oppress black people. Well, guys, let me know what your thoughts are about this. Drop a comment and also remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.